This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Caroline, you should tell them about the newest thing that Bloody Happy Hour is doing.
A Patreon.
It's a Patreon. What is that?
That means you're basically like a VIP member, and you get some perks. You maybe get like merch a little earlier. You get
Or exclusive merch.
Exclusive merch. You could get first dibs on signing up for a live show. You get episodes with no commercials.
You get our video because our video is no longer available on YouTube. It is only on Patreon. And the most important to me is you get videos of our live shows, but also bonus episodes each month. But if you're on a Patreon, you're VIP, you're going to get more.
Because I always have a lot of details I want to go to. I can law-splain. I might read a book.
This is also going to be the exclusive place that Dirty Chat is going to go to. In order to hear the full content, it's going to be Patreon. Where do they go again?
Patreon.com/BloodyHappyHour.
Hey y'all, I'm April.
And I'm Caroline.
And this
is your Bloody Happy Hour.
Caroline, are you ready for this?
This is your newest guilty pleasure.
It's the bloodiest part of your week.
Did we say something about it also being happy hour?
Show did.
Because we about to be sipping on some murder. Bloody happy hour.
Hey y'all, this is April.
And this is Caroline.
Thirsty Thursday, Bloody Happy Hour.
Here we are.
We are so glad you are here.
Y'all are the best. And
let's just shout out all of our listeners, our OG listeners, our new listeners. We're so glad you're here. We know we're a little crazy, a little offensive, a little all over the place all the time, but you are still here, and we love you for it. Thank you, thank you. And this is our last podcast, so bye.
bye. Just kidding.
Just joking.
Just joking.
I get so excited for Thursdays. I get mad when I have to write the story, but when I don't have to write the story, I get excited for Thursdays. So what do you have?
I got a good one. You may have heard of him.
What is his name?
He's a family annihilator.
Ooh, we've done a lot.
I know. We've done almost all of them.
Oh, there's two main ones we hadn't done.
Which two?
Scotty Boy and Chrissy Boy.
Who's Nope.
Well, no, he was just that's basically a family annihilator. Not
Nope.
Scott, not Chris.
Nope.
Is it McDonald's?
Nope.
Is it Pal?
Nope.
Ugh.
Old timey, like the OG.
So I don't know.
John List.
Oh, the original.
The original.
I think we coined the term after him. Not really, but basically.
But
and I don't know this story.
I really didn't either. But it's pretty good.
Okay, let's do it.
What are you drinking? What are you drinking?
I am drinking Tito's and pineapple.
I'm drinking a wine in my Bloody Happy Hour glass.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Wine makes you a little emotional too.
Not me, don't worry. So, okay, John List is the man who killed his entire family and then disappeared for 18 years.
Who's the other one that we did like that they still haven't found?
You did Robert Fisher?
Look at you.
Wow.
Yeah. He's still in the cave. We still haven't found him.
We still haven't found him, and I forgot where we said he was, but he's probably somewhere.
So we've obviously found John List.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
Well, let's go.
So John List was born September 17th, 1925. 1925 in Bay City, Michigan. He grew up in a strict, if you have any red flags, just let me know. He grew up in a strict religious household. His mother and father were devout Lutherans. His father was an authoritarian figure.
Oh, red flag.
And was very disciplined and had a very strong work ethic and all the things. John List ended up going to the University of Michigan, and he studied business administration, and he served in the Army for a little bit.
Red flag.
No. For World War II, and became a sergeant, blah, 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 and started he pursued his career in business management and accounting and stuff like that. So in 1951, he married Helen Taylor, and they eventually had 3 kids, Patricia, Frederick, and John Jr.
I've never met a kid named Patricia or a kid named Frederick. It's like, what was our kid that one episode?
Yeah, like if you had to call him
A kid named Tammy.
Yeah, you said Tammy, but I said an old grandpa name.
Gertrude.
Yeah.
Come here, baby Frederick.
I don't know. No, you'd have to be
Here,
Freddie,
baby Patricia.
Fred, Drop Dead Fred. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But Patricia, Frederick, and John Jr. And they just, appeared to have this regular, typical life, great little family, little devout Lutherans. He was a successful businessman. And he was also a Sunday school teacher and a Boy Scout leader.
Oh, 2 red flags.
Father, husband, and, great. So the family lived with his mother. So his mother lived with them.
Oh, another red flag.
In a 19-room mansion.
Ooh.
called Breeze Knoll. And this was in Westfield, New Jersey.
Okay.
I have yet to figure out how they got into this mansion. Or where I don't know. But they live in this huge mansion. Okay,
Maybe he makes good money in business administration, and
I guess so.
Or he does numerology like Elaine Parent.
Yeah. My gosh, what a throwback, Elaine Parent. And so, but as always, behind closed doors, whatever is on social media is fake. So what's happening in real life, nobody knows. So things were not going as well as they seemed, and he was actually struggling a lot with financial issues.
Obviously.
And mounting debts.
You stupid bee. It's the bee this time.
I know, it's usually the H. Okay. So, his wife, Helen, was an alcoholic, and she was verbally abusive and unstable.
No red flags there.
No, and she sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you see the picture of their family, the List family, it's one of those old 1960s photos. It's I don't know, colored but black and white looking. She actually has one eye's looking up this way and one eye's looking that way. So I guess it's a lazy eye.
Cockeyed.
Cockeyed. Cockeyed sounds more like it. I don't think it's I guess. I don't know. She just has her eyes going in 2 different directions. But she is the one who demanded that John buy her this colonial mansion in Westfield, which was at the time a very ritzy area. So he did it. He also...
19? What are you going to do with 19 bedrooms?
Well, they didn't go in a few of them. You'll find out. They did not go in the ballroom. And when John landed his, he got this position at a bank. He was vice president and comptroller. Comptroller?
Yeah.
What's a comptroller?
I don't know. I've heard of it, though.
I have too. I like to say it, though.
Maybe he controls things.
Oh, I think he maybe didn't control things because he actually got fired from the bank.
Stealing.
So how are you going to pay for your mansion? Because your wife over here who can't see straight is obviously, and she's drunk all the time. She's not she's not paying for the mansion. Mm-mm. She's not keeping up.
She's not even working? No, she's got to clean
She
all
has
those
to
rooms.
clean. She has to dust. She's busy. So he lost his job, and, he just couldn't really take the, he didn't want to let his family know at the time. He just was like, I got to keep up this facade for a little bit. So instead of telling them, he got up every morning, he put on his suit, he grabbed his briefcase like he was going off to work, and he went straight to the train station. And he would sit at the train station all day and read the newspaper. He would just be reading the newspaper until it was time to come home from work. He would come home from work. Meanwhile,
all you had to do was go to one of the other 19 bedrooms. Like, who was going to find him?
I know.
It's like getting a room at another hotel. I mean, at a hotel. What are the odds?
Yeah.
She's going to get drunk and get lost and not find him.
Exactly.
Anyways.
So meanwhile, he is also at the same time skimming money off of his mom's bank account. And so he could pay this like huge mortgage from this colonial 19-room mansion that they're living in. Bills are piling up. So, I mean, he's doing...
probably not even a big mortgage compared to now.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm sure it's not. But so at this point, he's like, I got to figure out a plan. So here's his plan. On the morning of November 19th, 1971,
Okay.
this is what he decided to do. After his children left to go to school, he walked into the kitchen, and his wife was drinking her morning coffee, which I'm sure had more than everything,
Whiskey.
Yes, whiskey in it. She's just sitting at the table, and he just walked up to her, and he just shot her in the back of the head with a 9mm handgun. Then he went upstairs to the 3rd floor, where his mother was. She had her own, like, suite, like her own wing. And he went up and he shot her in the face right over her left eye.
Oh.
Okay.
And now a word from our sponsors.
Then, so he's like face-to-face shooting her. God. Then he drove to the bank, closed his account and his mother's accounts, and cashed in his mother's savings bonds. He came home, and he went to the study, his mansion, because, they got 19 rooms, and he started to get some, like, old photos together and documents concerning the mansion's history, and he put them in a neat pile on his desk, and he wrote a thank you letter to John Whitkey, who was the descendant of the original owner of the house. And he wrote 4 other letters. Okay. Then he called Barbara Bader. Barbara Bader is the woman who carpooled his kids. Yes. To Roosevelt Junior High School. And, of course, this would be the last time she would carpool the kids. He made an excuse that his whole family was leaving to go to North Carolina that next morning because Helen's mother, which is his wife, so Helen's mother was ill, and he promised that he would let her know when they were coming back. Okay. So he then canceled the newspaper. He canceled the milk delivery because, back in the day, they delivered milk.
In glass jars.
And they put on the front porch.
Yeah.
And I don't.
We should.
Yeah. I was like, wait, don't they deliver food now? But it was a different life.
It was different.
He also told the post office to hold the mail until further notice. Okay. So now it's lunchtime.
It's a lot of premeditation.
So he's done a lot. Like, the wife is drinking her coffee with whiskey. He done shot her in the face. He shot the mom. He went to close all the account. He went to the bank. He went to the post office. I mean, he's done everything. Now he's hungry. I mean, I'd be hungry. So he sits down at the table, not too far from where he just shot his wife, cleaned off the blood, I'm sure, and just had a nice little bologna sandwich. I mean, why not?
You better not live in a 19-bedroom and eat bologna.
He then went around the entire house, and every single photo that he was in, he cut himself out of every photo.
Okay. He didn't
Okay.
want them to have pictures to put on the news.
Okay, so now it's early afternoon. Kids are about to come home from school. So we got Patricia. She's coming home first. She was 16. She was in like drama, like theater. And he didn't like that. But she was also kind of a cool kid. You know, she got caught once smoking pot, and this is in the 70s, you know, so she's kind of rebel.
Yeah.
So when she walks up, he shoots her in the back of the head.
Oh. 16.
Youngest son, Frederick, he's 13. He comes home, shoots him in the back of the head.
Oh, gosh.
It was later revealed in court documents that, well, he shot. They were just saying how he shot everybody in the back of the head, but then shooting his mother in the face was like very telling.
Yeah, it's like he wanted her to see. He didn't feel guilty about that one, I guess.
No, yeah. So why did he hate his mom? I don't know. So he has one more kid, John Jr., 15-year-old, but John had a soccer game. So he goes. He was supposedly the favorite. So I think there's a few different versions to this story, but I picked my favorite one. So soccer game, dad goes to the soccer game, watches him play the soccer game, brings him home from the soccer game. And as he, I guess, is like getting out or whatever of the car, they're at the house. And that's whenever, or I'm sure they're inside the house. And he goes and tries to shoot him in the back of the head. But he sees it and he like tries to fight him off and like freaks out.
Uh-huh.
So he ends up shooting him over 10 times in the chest and in the face. So I don't know.
Overkill.
Yes,
Wow.
overkill, and I don't know if it just like he had everything like planned out and organized, and
Didn't
this
go
like
that way.
messed up his whole thing. So he just was like crazy. He was so systematic, doing all the other things. Like, ugh. So I mean, it ruined his good time. So then he goes and gets sleeping bags out of the from the basement. That's where he loads up the bodies. Helen and the 3 kids. Pulls sleeping bags, drags them into the back of the house, and puts them all in the ballroom. Apparently, they never went into the ballroom. Okay. I mean, did you ever? I used to drag my sister around on sleeping bags, but it was like a fun game. I wasn't like transporting a dead body from one to the other. But he only took Helen, which he took his wife and his 3 kids. So
Grandma was still upstairs.
Grandma was still upstairs.
He did not like his mama.
No, he did not.
There was something in childhood we don't know. Maybe because he didn't like his dad and mom didn't save him from dad. So he's mad for mom.
Yeah. So he put a piece of cloth over their faces, his family's faces, and left them there.
That's a sign of remorse.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Just because you don't. It's like you don't want to see their face, and usually their eyes open. You don't want them looking back at you. So he's the family annihilator that is ashamed because he didn't want his family to know that he failed at taking care of them. So not like the selfish, like Chris Watts, he just like wanted a life without them so he can go live a new life. Which he does, but it's more like I failed them, but I don't want them to know.
Yeah.
So let me just kill them.
Yeah. There's 4 types, which I come to in a little bit.
Okay,
but
good.
then he went and he fed the pet fish in their 20-gallon tank in the dining room.
That's like Robert Fisher took his dog, didn't he?
Yeah, and then he went upstairs and he went to sleep.
Oh, my God. Who else did that? We had another family annihilator that just had a normal life after that.
Oh, yeah.
Christian
So next...
Longo.
Yeah. Oh, yes. So next morning, gets up, gets dressed, goes downstairs, turns the thermostat way down, turns on every single light in the house and every single light on the outside of the house, and he leaves Westfield forever.
Turns it down, I guess, to preserve the body so it don't smell.
Yes, and turn the lights on.
So people think they're home?
The weird thing is no one noticed because they were so reclusive and secluded, and they did not ever come out, and they didn't socialize. So nobody really thought that they weren't there, and the lights were all on, and so they're like, well, they never talked to any. They just wouldn't know. But then it was a month.
No.
And I think also what he had done is he had called the school. He did call the school and tell them.
Said the grandma,
yes,
and they were going to be gone.
Yes, so he told that to the driver.
Then there's winter break.
Yes,
so it's Thanksgiving. There's Christmas.
So then the Edwin Iliano, which was Patricia, who's the theater one who was smoking the weed. This is her drama teacher, her theater teacher. And he had met John before and thought he was like kind of a weirdo.
Ooh, Edwin.
Yeah. So he said that he remembered a time that Patricia, the daughter, said, if this family ever goes on vacation, my dad has killed us.
No.
Yes. So he, at that point, was like, I don't like the smell of this. Like, something's going on. It's been 28 days at this point. Edwin convinces his associate, Barbara Sheridan, to go to the house with him to check on the family, Patricia, everybody. So they drive up there. They, look into some of the windows, which this makes the neighbors finally call the cops.
Okay.
So the neighbors call the cops.
Because they're peeping in the windows.
Yes.
Okay.
And then the cops go open the window, and they get this whiff of death. And when they get inside, this is one of the creepiest parts, is the first thing that they hear
music
is an organ playing over the intercom on repeat using a recorder.
What was it?
Just
Bach, classical music. Just an organ, like church organ.
Organ music.
That's like what they play at a funeral.
Organ music, yes. How creepy. It's like you're either ice skating or you're at a mass murder.
Yeah.
Over the intercom.
It's been playing for 28 days.
It's just on repeat. He must have had a generator charging that, because I don't know what kind of chargers they used to have.
And then you're behind on everything. How the electricity didn't get cut off.
That's true. So upstairs, what did I talk about the lighting? How slowly. Oh. The neighbors did notice that about the lights, because they started to get suspicious. Because
lights never went off.
The light bulbs started burning out one by one. So they kind of started to have a feeling, I guess, and then that's when they saw the other people come over there, and they're like, yeah, something ain't right, because
bystander effect. It's when you just stand by and you know something's wrong, but you don't.
I am the bystander effect in real life. IRL.
And when they called is when they saw Eliano, this Mexican guy, come look in the windows, and they're like, oh shit, now we're gonna call.
So upstairs in the study, they also found a 5-page letter that he had written to his pastor, Eugene Renwinkle.
Lutheran, okay. Did Lutherans believe in confessions like Catholics?
I don't know. You should look that up. In the letter, he said that he felt the 70s were a sinful time, and that his family was beginning to succumb to temptation, especially his daughter, because she had taken an interest in acting. And which is an occupation that he viewed as being corrupt and linked to Satan.
Start all over. He told the preacher what now?
This is part of his letter.
Okay.
And he said in that letter that he thought his family was succumbing to temptation, and that especially because his daughter was interested in acting and drama, and that he linked that to being corrupt and linked to Satan.
that switched to a whole nother type of annihilator.
He's okay.
He's like all of them.
It's so. I mean, basically the religious thing to do in his mind is to kill everybody.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So he apparently said that he saw too much evil in this world, and so he killed his family to save their souls. So, except he didn't kill himself, because suicide is a mortal sin. That would definitely bar him from heaven.
I can't.
As opposed to murdering 5 people.
That's like our women that kill
But
their
you're
husband.
in a gray area, so it can be negotiated.
That's like our women that kill their husband because they can't shame themselves with divorce.
Yes, or they don't want to pay child support.
I can't with people.
A reporter who covered the trial, so go forward to 5 seconds to the trial. They said that after a reporter who covered the trial described hearing this letter, the one that I just was reading to you, when it was read aloud in court, he said, the reporter said, "I'll never forget the audible sigh of the shock from the jury and the spectators when the last line of the letter was read, and it said, P.S. Mother is in the hallway in the attic, 3rd floor. She was too heavy to move."
Gosh.
So I think he has a slight problem with his mother.
Oh my goodness, I know.
He don't like you, mommy. So,
wait, was he the only child? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Did we say?
It didn't.
Okay.
I didn't say.
Okay.
So, okay, now the police. They finally found the bodies, but they have no idea where he is. So now we're on manhunt. So a nationwide manhunt is launched. But he's got about a month lead time on him. So,
Hell yeah.
he got a whole month. He's way ahead.
He's okay.
And then
Where's he going?
they've got some leads, but any photos of him that could be used have been destroyed.
Ain't no Facebook.
There's no Facebook. Because he cut out his picture from all of the photos.
He was so planned and meticulous.
His car was found at JFK Airport, but there was no evidence of him boarding a flight. And from there, he was gone for 18 years. Fast forward, we're in the 80s now.
Okay.
May 21st, 1989.
How old is he?
Well, he was born in 25.
Okay.
So, the show had just come out. It had been on the air for less than a year. You may have heard of it. It's called America's Most Wanted.
Yes.
And they featured a age progressed clay bust, so like a sculpture kind of thing. That was by a forensic artist named Frank Bender. And they were talking about this John List, and he had created this sculpture of what he thought he would look like. And turns out that it's almost identical. No. So he consulted a forensic psychologist and created a psychological profile of List. He looked at photographs from his parents and predicted what he would look like as he aged. He gave him a receding hairline, sagging jawlines, and he was praised for his final touch of his completed work for putting on a pair of glasses, because he wore glasses. John List wore glasses. And because this guy Bender believed that List would not be vain enough to go get contacts or to get contact lenses, and that he would wear a pair of glasses and it would be different from those that he had when he committed the murders, but that he said it would be a pair of dark frames, which it was. Yes, which it was. And he said that he would, he and the psychologist said that List would do, he would wear the glasses as a way to hide, but also as a way to disguise himself because he wanted to like hide from his failures, but he wanted to appear important.
Yes. What? That's a profile.
So look up his pictures, and it's.
Was he good looking? John List? Like, was he like a good looking?
I don't know. They're all black
man?
and white. I mean, I can't
You
look
can't
at.
decipher if
No.
it's in black and white. I feel like he was good looking. Okay, so can I guess if he's married, remarried? Did he remarry?
Yes. Yeah. Go ahead.
I just want to guess that when they
Or give me
find
your
him-
prediction.
He's not in the U.S. and he has since remarried. He's got a whole new family.
Okay.
That's my prediction.
So after the show aired, America's Most Wanted, they got tons of calls, and in less than 2 weeks, they find him in Virginia.
What? John List, you just made a liar out of me.
You are now disqualified from the FBI. You are kicked out. The funny part is
Isn't that close
that
together?
during the trial, John revealed that he and his new wife
Okay, I was halfway right.
were watching the episode. And he says, I was perspiring like anything, but allegedly his wife did not recognize him. She was wearing her veil of I can't.
Where's she at?
So he starts explaining, that. They catch him. So he starts explaining that he lost his job and he was dealing with his wife's alcoholism and blah blah blah. This is what he's explaining, I guess, in court or in trial. It was revealed at this point that his wife, and because he's complaining, she was a big issue, but the big trial reveal was that her untreated tertiary syphilis that she had contracted from her first husband, who was an Army lieutenant who was killed in combat in Korea, and concealed it for 18 years from her husband, that she had syphilis.
So he said that's why he killed her? Or it just came out in court?
That's why she was crazy. And he didn't know. He didn't know. They didn't know she had syphilis. But
Who said
apparently,
this? She said this, or the lawyer said this?
it just came out in court that she had. So I don't think he knew ever.
Oh.
But apparently syphilis makes you crazy. It can get that kind get because I had to look.
Untreated.
I had to look all this. So I was like, what? I know syphilis is like STD, but I was like, actually, what is it? And
But it can go like untreated and I guess get
it can
worse
be
and
dormant for like 15 years. But sometimes, I guess why it's called tertiary is because it's inside your. That's why she had the weird, funky eyes.
Oh, I
And
need
she
to
was
go get
alcoholic and she had anger issues.
Uh-huh.
But he's using this as part of his excuse to why he killed them, okay? So he would go and he would say that his wife would publicly insult him. And, by this, he said she would publicly insult him, and then she had, because she had this disease and she had this alcohol abuse. And according to testimony, she transformed from an attractive young woman to an unkempt, paranoid recluse who frequently and often publicly disparaged him by comparing his sexual skills unfavorably to those of her husband, the one who gave her syphilis. So I'm the attorney. Mr. List, can you please explain if in fact your wife did often disparage you of your sexual skills in public, then how is it that she was a recluse? No further questions.
Oh my goodness.
The rules of hair care are simple and finite. Every Cosmo girl would have known.
Oh my goodness.
So he's over here saying that he's embarrassed by his wife in public. She's saying all this stuff about him and all the time. But this bitch don't even get out the house. So you're just lying. So he's making all these excuses. He has PTSD from being in the army. He is this. His kids were crazy. He was abused as a child. His father always told him that he was the one that had to provide for the family. He had to do this. He had to do that, and blah 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 blah. So
much pressure.
the court-appointed psychiatrist testified that John List had suffered from obsessive-compulsive personality disorder, and he only saw two solutions to his situation, was to, 1, accept welfare, or to 2, kill his family and send them to heaven. Welfare was unacceptable because it would expose him and his family to ridicule, and it would violate his father's authoritarian upbringings. So his way of thinking was that he would kill them and send them to heaven. And this leads me to the 4 types of family annihilators.
Yes, because I can't remember them all.
So there's
And then we need to
self-righteous.
Okay.
So the killer seeks to locate blame for his crimes upon the mother, who he holds responsible for the breakdown of the family. And for these men, their breadwinner status is central to their ideal of the family.
Self-righteous. Okay.
Self-righteous, and he's pissed at his mom.
Okay.
Well, it says the
Or
killer
like the
seeks to
wife.
locate blame upon the mother. Oh, that's not his mother, that's the wife.
Maybe it's either.
Shit, I read it as the mother.
He's pissed at both of them.
Okay, so yeah, whoever holds responsible for the breakdown of the family. So the men, the breadwinner. Yeah. Second is disappointed. The killer believes his family has let him down or acted in ways to undermine or destroy his vision of ideal family life, such as a disappointment that your children are not following traditional religious or cultural
it's a lot
customs.
of other cultures will do that.
Economic/anomic. The father sees the family as the result of his economic success. If the father becomes an economic failure, he sees the family as no longer serving this function.
That was long ago.
And then paranoid, those who perceive an external threat to the family, often social services or the legal system, will side against them, take away the children. In this case, this might be a motive to be a twisted desire to protect the family by killing them.
Yeah. That would probably be more like
And that would also be, well, remember that Chad, whoever, who killed his 3 kids, like execution style, but he didn't kill the wife. So I don't know what that is.
But he's not.
He
He
just
wouldn't even be a family
I
annihilator.
know. He just wanted her to suffer. So those are the 4: self-righteous, disappointed, economic, and paranoid.
So he would be economic and
I feel like he was
self-righteous.
everything, because I feel like he was also paranoid. No, he didn't feel like he could. No. So he was self-righteous
And economic.
and economic. Yeah.
What was the second one?
Disappointed, the killer believes his family has let him down or acted in ways to undermine or destroy his vision of ideal family life.
He is 1 and 3. A and C.
And then I read that apparently 81% of family annihilators kill
In August.
in August.
Yeah. Is that what you're going to say?
No, I
A
was
lot
going to
of
say
them
kill
happen in
their self.
Oh.
But I feel like a lot of them don't, but some of them do. Chris Benoit.
Chris Benoit, the one you did who hung himself in the garage.
Oh, yeah.
Brandt? No.
Yeah, Charlie Brandt.
Charlie Brandt.
Oh, gosh. Y'all, if y'all have not listened to Charlie Brandt, that is a great one.
Yes.
That is a
Go back and listen to it.
Oh,
Go
Charlie
back and,
Brandt.
We did a whole. Did we do a
and
whole
Lawrence Singleton? That was a good one too. The Survivor, the girl that.
Yeah.
Go search those two.
Did we do a whole month of Family Annihilators?
Yeah, we should get back to our monthly
Months.
themes. We used to do monthly themes.
Tell us what you think about monthly themes. Do you miss those, or do you like our randomness? Because we've been real random.
We're random.
Okay, so wait, did we?
No,
So we're in trial. Okay.
Yeah. So what did he do? Where did he go? What did he do? Whatever. So he went to live a happy life. 19 years in Colorado, and he basically told
You said Virginia.
No, listen. And he was in Colorado. He basically told everybody what happened was that the murders, the day after the murders, he took a train from New Jersey to Michigan. And then from Michigan, he went to Colorado, where he settled in Denver and took an accounting job as Robert Peter Bob Clark. He was the comptroller, so he was once again a comptroller at a paper box manufacturer outside of Denver. He then joined the Lutheran congregation and ran a carpool for church members, which is where he met Army PX clerk named Dolores Miller, who they got married in 1985 when I was born.
They never had any more kids?
No, not that I'm aware of. His alcoholic, syphilis, wife, hippie daughter, and rebellious children, they all ruined it for him. So that's, he had to go do all this stuff. So, sentencing, and we have a twist ending. He was convicted of 5 counts of first-degree murder. The judge said that John List is without remorse and without honor. After 18 years, 5 months, and 22 days, it is time that we hear the voices of, this is now time for the voices of Helen, Alma, Patrick, Patricia, Frederick, Patrick and Patricia?
That was a typo.
Patrick, Patricia.
You literally made it.
Helen is the wife. Alma was the mom. Patricia is the oldest daughter. Frederick is the middle daughter, and John.
Jr.
And John, yeah.
Not a Patrick.
There's no Patrick here unless Patricia is, or maybe Frederick is with Patrick. Maybe they're like a gay thing. So the judge said this is their time to rise from the grave. Okay, it was like a moment. I ruined the moment with Patrick. So he imposed the sentence of 5 terms of life imprisonment to be served consecutively.
But
no, with maximum penalty, no parole, and all the things. Okay. He died in prison of pneumonia. You're not even going to be disappointed. On March 21st, 2008.
Oh, so he did some decent time.
Yes.
This was 89 when he got caught?
2008. He was 83. And he got caught in... When did he get caught?
You're supposed to do this math when you're writing this story.
No, bruh. 1989.
89 to
So-
2008. So he did some.
Yeah, he did.
But how many years is that? Do that.
2008 minus 1989. 19 years? About 20 years?
So it was about
I would say
the
probably
same
50
amount
yeah.
that he was free. He was
Yeah.
incarcerated about the same amount of time.
Yep. So, so now he's dead, but, unfortunately his body's not claimed. Because his second wife did not return the call from the morgue. They're like, hey, we have your, hello, we have your, hello. No. But eventually someone took him back, and he was buried next to his mother in Michigan.
Love it, love it, love it. I wonder who picked his ass up?
I don't know.
Or is it one of those things where, no, you know how they have to follow, like, your dying wishes or whatever? Like they did Bundy?
Why would he want to be next to his mom to haunt
they're
her?
saying he would not want to. He would not ask for that.
So
somebody picked him up and put him
you
there.
thought that was the twist, but this is the
Oh
twist.
shit!
So somebody burns the house down. We don't know who.
The 19-bedroom house.
The 19-bedroom mansion on Breeze Knoll Road. But nobody
I'll
ever
tell you
really
who it is.
nobody really looked into it. But this is the twist. What was destroyed in the home was in the ballroom. And I don't even know what this is, but I'm gonna pretend I do. In the ballroom, the stained glass skylight, which was a Tiffany original and was worth at least $100,000 at the time, which would have covered his expenses. And he would have never had to kill his family because he had no money. But he never went into the ballroom and he didn't know it was there.
A skylight.
I don't know what
It's like
I get it, but I guess
the ceiling was stained glass.
And it was original Tiffany's. I don't know. Whatever that means.
I'm picturing the like some of the churches, like the stained
Yeah.
glass of the church. So I'm picturing like the ceiling looks like that. So you look up.
But I don't know. You could sell that.
You could have it replaced.
I guess. But it just said
$100,000. That would have took him out of debt. Listen, he
It
could have
was
sold the fucking house and bought an 8-bedroom house. He could have downsized half and been good.
pride. But he could have sold that piece and nobody would even notice because they don't even know there's a ballroom. That's where they all laid. That's where he laid them all to die. Isn't that crazy? Also, that's the room he put them in to die. Or, well, they were dead, but as their coffin.
And as many as all the church things that he went to, Pride, how many sermons has he heard on Pride? Wow.
About as probably many as people hear about gossip, but guess what? They still
It's
do
what?
it. It's probably about as many as people hear about, like, on gossip, and it's like, don't gossip about, but
you don't kill your family behind ignoring gossip. I don't know. It's just that, like, that is, to me, that's such an easy solution. Like, you downsize.
yeah, I mean, but these people aren't normal, obviously.
So he did the opposite of what you do when you get a new life. He did the same things he did in his old life. He stayed in the country. He got the same type of job. He went to the same type of church. He did the same type of things. So he really made it real easy to find him, but it just wasn't.
Because I guess there was no way to get the picture out until.
He just didn't have a damn picture.
Yeah.
But it's like the yoga. Was it the yoga girl? And she did Austin yoga girl, and then she went over there. Remember, she got her nose job, and she went to another country.
Yeah.
And they found her at a damn yoga studio because she did the same shit that she did.
Yes.
Like you're supposed to
The
totally
bicycle,
change up.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
Everything else he had planned out pretty.
But you think about it, like, if technology and stuff wouldn't have come about, and this America's Most Wanted show wouldn't have come on, how would people know about what this guy looks like? I mean, you could.
And then how did they know? Did somebody make a sketch?
I guess all it was that sculpture.
Based off what though?
Based off what his parents looked like.
Oh.
Yeah,
I
go
missed
back
that
and listen to the episode.
see my life.
No,
See how I
feel? There's a lot of
my
details.
life. Okay. Wow, that was a good episode. John
Sculpture,
List.
real person.
Ooh.
Identical,
They
though.
did not even predict Botox or anything.
Oh,
like hair. That guy is great.
Oh, here's.
So Caroline may or may not post the pictures of what he looked like before.
Oh my gosh, I've got to go back.
There's not even no pre-family pictures.
No, but that's a great match.
Yeah.
That's the sculpture, and that I'll post it.
But to predict those glasses,
The highway's still closed.
it's crazy.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Wow, good story. There's a family annihilator for you guys. I loved it. That was great. I love when I don't know the stories, and that's a old school.
Yeah, that is old school. I don't know even how I came about it,
Yeah.
but I did.
How'd you find them?
Couldn't tell you.
Just popped up in your old head.
Yep.
Okay, we hope you love the episode. Send it to somebody. Send it to somebody who you think their husband is capable of being a family annihilator.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
Maybe they'll see the signs.
Yeah. There's a lot of signs that you should see.
I think that the theater teacher burned down the house. Who else would burn down the house?
Why would the theater teacher want to care?
I don't know, just because it was his students. And the daughter confided in him and said, if I ever go out of town, right? If I ever go out of town, my daddy killed us. And he just waited so long, so I think he had guilt, and he was pissed, and he probably just drank one day and was like, this place needs to burn. Maybe he had a secret love for little Patricia.
Maybe he did.
Can't trust them
Maybe
teachers.
he was a pedo. Good stuff.
All right, y'all. We hope you enjoyed the episode, and we will see y'all next week for a whole new week.
Boy in the box. I can't wait to catch up. The dad is
boy
on
in a
trial. The
box.
dad is on trial now, and then the mom goes separately. But this kid is like 16, 17, 18, and he's alive. I mean, they're alive.
Yeah, but is he normal?
Well, no, he was the adopted kid.
Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, cover
It's
the episode.
wild.
Okay, y'all. We'll see y'all next time. Don't forget to
Stay aware.
stay alive.
And always be DTF.
Bye, y'all.
Goodbye.
Hey, I'm Blair.
And I'm Brittany. And we're the host of
By the Cover Podcast.
We cover everything from mysteries, thrillers, romance, chick lit, and even some smut.
Don't forget the smut.
Yeah.
We're so excited to get this thing going and share this with you guys. We've been talking about this for months, and it's finally happening.
Yes.
Special shout out to Rogue Media for helping us with this.
For sure. For sure. You can find us on Instagram at bythecover_podcast.
You can also find us on Facebook and TikTok, so don't forget to give us a follow on those two also.
And we are so excited to dive into some of our favorite books and share those with you.
We can't wait. Hope you love it.
Hi, and welcome to Bustles and Bangers with your hostess, Rachel and Christopher.
I love it when you say my name.
And you didn't say hi.
I didn't. You just kept going. I'm going to introduce the book. I'm not reading it.
It's
because I don't like reading.
girls like cowboy butts, and those jeans don't hide anything. Find us on Instagram at Bustles and Bangers or on roguemedianetwork.com.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.